Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. It's dark outside just now because, as usual, I am up well before sunrise. My goal on this day is to read the novel that my book club has assigned. But before that can happen, I need to grind coffee beans and make a pot of coffee. This morning, I'm using a percolator instead of my drip machine simply because I love the cozy coffee aroma a percolator affords. It is the early morning aroma of my childhood. While the coffee brews, we can let Avery have a romp in the herb garden. The garden is accessed via the old north wing of the house. This is the wing where you and I created a grow room for seed starting. The home gym is also located here. I might as well do my daily workout now while I wait for Avery to return from the garden. Back in the kitchen, I remember the dishwasher needs emptying. This is the first dishwasher I have owned that actually works as promised. The brand is Bosch, and it has a shallow top rack just for silverware. I really love this extra rack. Now it's time to enjoy the first blessed cup of coffee. I can link the coffee pot in the description below, but I can only recommend it to those of you who actually like percolated coffee. I'm fond of all kinds of coffee brewing and steeping methods, including drip, French press, and cold brew. Partially caffeinated now, I can start a load of laundry. I need to wash the kitchen towels and black aprons that we used in yesterday's episode. The washing machine is a commercial Maytag. I love this machine because it can tackle a normal laundry load in just 20 minutes. While the washing machine is working for me, I can take a moment to fold the cloth napkins and various towels that were in the clothes dryer. The dryer is an ancient Kenmore model that works as well today as when it was new. At this point, there is a hint of light in the sky. I head into the music room to practice piano. I need to work out the kinks from some of the complicated trills in a Bach organ fugue that has been arranged for 2 pianos. My friend and fellow pianist Victoria and I plan to perform this work at some future date. Here are the trills in question. I will have to work hard to master these ornaments. I'm not going to show you all of my practice because that would bore you to tears. But early morning is my favorite time to practice. My hearing is keen at dawn, even if my brain is not. I'm also running over the joyful fugue in C-sharp major from Bach. After a 90-minute practice session, I realize that I have not yet had any breakfast. I think avocado toast is in order, and I can use the pain de mie that you and I made together. I'm also slicing up the remainder of the pain de mie that I can store in the freezer. I think previously cooked bacon will make a nice topping for the toast. I will microwave the bacon for 30 seconds just to crisp it. I don't have a fresh avocado on hand, but I do have some packaged guacamole that was produced in Mexico. It is a superb spread for avocado toast. A second cup of coffee will go very nicely with this easy meal. Then it's on to the dog park, where Avery has a play date with her best friend Ella. Avery and Ella can have fun running in the snow, while I have fun chatting with my friend Steve. Steve is Ella's daddy. He brought treats for the dogs. Snow began to fall as soon as we returned from the dog park. Please let me show you how the garden looks during a winter storm. When we return indoors, we can start a seed sowing project. We need to plant the snapdragon seeds. So I will go over to the grow room to fetch the seeds and the seed trays and the seed starting mix, and then we will do the job right here. So I have my cell trays. I have seed starting mix, vermiculite, and I have more vermiculite over in the grow room in case we need it. A tub for mixing the seed starting formula and the seeds. I have never planted snapdragons from seed before, so this will be a real learning experience. And apparently, snapdragon seeds are tiny. They can be a real pain to plant unless you have pelleted seeds, as I do for 2 of my snapdragon varieties. For a seed starting mix, this really just looks like compost. It's got a lot of little twigs and things in it, but I think it will work. I do want to add some vermiculite to the mix. Vermiculite is a volcanic material that holds many times its weight in water. You can fill up the cells. This seed starting mix was already fairly moist right out of the bag, so I didn't have to add any water to it. So I am not looking forward to planting these teeny tiny seeds, but I am looking forward to having snapdragons. Now I can pop a picture of each snapdragon variety that I'm planting up on the screen here. So I have Madame Butterfly Pink, Madame Butterfly Rose, Potomac Lavender, these are pelleted seeds, Legend White, and Potomac Yellow, also pelleted. I do want to label the varieties. And finally, Potomac Lavender. Now, pelleted seeds are so much easier to work with because you can see them. The dust-like seeds have a clay coating. Johnny's gives a lot of seed planting information on the back of their Snapdragon packets. It says, light is required for germination, but a fine layer of vermiculite covering the seed will help maintain moisture levels and prevent algae growth. Bottom water or mist lightly to avoid displacing seeds and soil. So that's what we're going to do. Give them a light covering of vermiculite. Going forward, I will only do bottom watering for these seeds, but we can bring this into the grow room now. It feels great to have that Snapdragon planting project accomplished. So now I'm going to clean up my workstation here, and then I have a polishing job to tackle. I'm planning to do a flower arrangement again in this urn. It is severely tarnished, but I think it will clean up perfectly. By clean up, I mean polish up. It's nice having a fire in this room. This is my dining room. All of the fireplaces in this 19th century house were intended to heat the rooms that the fireplaces are in, and those fireplaces are very efficient. People did not freeze in the 19th century. Not in this house, anyway. Ice bucket. We have small cocktail parties here almost every weekend, and this ice bucket gets a lot of use. Other projects I want to tackle today include prepping tonight's dinner. I need to mop the entrance hall. With all the snow we've had, our contractor has put snow melt, that salt, all over our walkways, and it has been tracked into the house. So I need to clean all of that up. And then after dinner, I have every intention of reading our book club book. We're having our book club meeting in just a few weeks, and I am not the fastest reader in the world because I really only read at night. So I need to get busy on that book. Night and day, my friends. I think this polished up beautifully. On my little wine holder. And there, another household project completed joyfully. Now the only thing I have to wash is this ice bucket. It has an insulated interior, and I just really messed it up with the tarnish on my gloves. So I will wash this, and then we can get cracking on dinner. I forgot to buff the lid for the ice bucket. Going to put everything away. I need to wash my ice bucket, and then we will get cracking on dinner. Dinner tonight is something that I make very often. It's salmon and veggies. It's a sheet pan dinner. So my oven is preheating to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. And then I have some colorful bell peppers here, a red onion, and some broccoli. I just have to chop up these ingredients. I think I need a larger baking sheet for this sheet pan dinner. Olive oil, salt, pepper, it's the end of the day, but the sun has just come out. Now, we can make the marinade right in the bowl in which we tossed the veggies. My ingredients for the marinade are soy sauce, cornstarch, rice vinegar, and olive oil. For a bit of heat, I normally use sambal oelek, but I'm out of it, so I'm going to use this Thai chili sauce. I will link the full recipe in the description below. I have 2 center cut salmon fillets here. Flip. The fillets really only need to marinate for about 10 minutes, but you can marinate them for far longer than that. I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator because I have a small cleaning job to do in the entrance hall. As you can see, the ice melting salt that I mentioned earlier has been tracked by shoes and boots throughout the entrance hall. Probably I should have a no shoes policy for this house. In the comments below, let me know if this is the policy at your own home. Fortunately, I don't mind vacuuming and mopping. These 2 jobs provide instant gratification. It feels great to have that entrance hall cleaned up. There was so much salt, I could not believe it. So now, for this dinner, I need to pop the veggies into the preheated oven for exactly 10 minutes. Then I will add the marinated salmon and continue baking for exactly 10 minutes. And while that's happening, I'm going to make some rice, and then my other half is joining me for dinner. So I will meet you after dinner. This dinner was incredibly delicious. We enjoyed it by a fire in the parlor. We've just finished our simple supper, and now the dishwasher is running. And I wanted you to see the forsythia branches that we clipped, I think during a snowstorm about 2 weeks ago. The branches are in bloom. It's been a very long day, and I will not pretend that I'm not tired. But now I have time to read our book club's book, which is called James. And it's written by Percival Everett. James is the brilliant, action-packed retelling of the adventures of Huckleberry Finn from the enslaved Jim's point of view. I'm 75 pages into the book, and I'm really enjoying it. In the comments below, let me know what book you are reading these days. And thank you so much for spending time with me today, as we basically did everything that needed doing. If you enjoyed today's video, I can put a couple of my other videos at the end of this one that you can watch between now and my next upload. Until then, please treat yourself very well, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now, friends. I need to keep reading.